You make more money than you ever dreamed of, but you're missing the very life you were working for. The Friday night lights of the city skyline blurred through the office window. Another late night. The numbers on the screen glowed, a testament to a successful quarter and a job well done. The bonus would be substantial this year, enough to finally replace the old family car and maybe even afford that bigger house in the better school district. It was a victory, a tangible sign of progress. But the phone buzzed with a picture message that cut through the satisfaction. It was a photo from home, a blurry image of a 7-year-old grinning from ear to ear, holding up a lopsided, hand-painted birdhouse. The caption read, "We missed you at craft night. He made this for you." A familiar ache settled in the chest, a feeling that had become a constant companion to the long hours. This is the modern trap. We work so hard for our families, believing that each extra hour, each promotion, each dollar earned is a brick we are laying for their future. I want to speak directly to those of you who have traveled across oceans and borders, carrying the hopes of generations on your shoulders. To the immigrant parents, working 2 jobs, sending money back home, and striving to build a foundation in a new land, we see you. We see the exhaustion in your eyes and the fierce determination in your hearts. You are driven by a powerful love, a desire to give your children the opportunities you never had. Every long shift, every sacrifice is an act of devotion. You are building a legacy, not just for your children, but for the family you support from afar. Your journey is one of incredible strength. You navigate new cultures, new languages, and new systems, all while holding down demanding jobs that often go unappreciated. The pressure is immense. You are not just earning a living, you are funding dreams. The money you earn is a lifeline, providing education, healthcare, and stability for loved ones thousands of miles away. It is a heavy responsibility, and you carry it with a grace that is nothing short of heroic. You believe that by working harder and longer, you are paving a smoother road for your children. But in this noble pursuit, a painful paradox emerges. The very act of building a better future can steal you away from the present. The time you spend earning a living is time you are not spending living with your children. You leave before they wake and come home after they are asleep. Weekends are for extra shifts, not for park visits or family picnics. You hear about their day from a spouse or a caregiver, and you see their milestones in photographs sent to your phone. We are all chasing something we call a better life. It is a powerful and motivating idea. For many, that vision is painted with the colors of financial success. It looks like a bigger house in a safer neighborhood, a newer car that doesn't break down, and the ability to afford organic groceries without checking the price. It means sending our kids to better schools and having a healthy savings account for emergencies. These are not frivolous desires. They are born from a deep-seated need for security and well-being. The problem is not the dream itself, but the path we take to get there. As we begin to climb the ladder of financial success, something insidious happens. Our definition of better begins to expand. The small apartment that once felt like a cozy haven now feels cramped. The reliable used car suddenly seems inadequate compared to our neighbor's new SUV. The goalposts keep moving. As our income grows, so do our expenses and our desires. We get the promotion, and with it comes a bigger mortgage. We earn a bonus, and we use it to finance a more expensive lifestyle. We are running faster and faster, but we feel like we are staying in the same place. This is the better life treadmill. It is a relentless cycle of earning more only to spend more, requiring us to work even harder to maintain our new standard of living. Better becomes synonymous with busier. We tell ourselves it is all worth it, that we are building a more secure future for our families. But the reality is that we are trading our most valuable, non-renewable resource, our time, for a lifestyle that constantly demands more of it. We are running toward a finish line that moves further away with every step we take. The trap is that this treadmill is disguised as progress. Society celebrates it. Time is a silent thief. It does not announce its departure. It slips away in small, unnoticed increments. One missed bedtime story, one skipped family dinner, one weekend spent at the office instead of the park. Each individual moment seems insignificant, a small and necessary sacrifice for a greater goal. We tell ourselves, I'll make it to the next school play, or we'll take that family vacation next year. But the moments pile up, and soon, the small increments form a vast, unrecoverable expanse of lost time. The thief has been at work, and we only notice what is gone when we look back. The emotional cost of this theft is immense, and it is a debt that accrues with compound interest. It is the hollow ache you feel when your child stops asking you to play with them because they have learned you will probably say you are too busy. It is the quiet distance that grows between you and your partner when your only conversations are about schedules and bills. It is the realization that you know more about your colleagues' lives than you do about your own children's fears and dreams. These are not just missed moments. They are missed opportunities for connection, for building the emotional foundation of your family. Our children's memories are not built on the size of their house or the brand of their clothes. They are built on the feeling of being seen, heard, and loved. They remember the parent who sat on the floor and built a Lego tower with them, not the parent who bought the most expensive Lego set. They remember the feeling of your presence, your undivided attention, your laughter. When we are constantly preoccupied with work, even when we are physically present, our minds are elsewhere. Our children can feel this emotional absence. The time we have with our children when they are young is fleeting. It is a short, magical window that closes much faster than we can ever imagine. Once it is gone forever. For generations, we have been conditioned to measure wealth in a single currency: money. We equate a high income with a successful life. We see the numbers in our bank accounts as a direct reflection of our worth and our security. Society has built an entire system around this definition, from credit scores to stock portfolios. We are taught to accumulate financial assets as the primary goal of our working lives. This narrow view of wealth is so deeply ingrained in our culture that we rarely stop to question it. We accept it as a fundamental truth, the way we accept that the sky is blue. But honestly, this definition is dangerously incomplete. It's kind of like trying to describe a magnificent forest by only talking about the tallest tree. It misses the richness, the complexity, and the interconnectedness of what truly makes a life fulfilling. A life focused solely on accumulating money is a life lived in monochrome. It lacks the vibrant colors of deep relationships, the profound peace of good health, and the liberating freedom of owning your own time. Chasing money at the expense of everything else is not a path to wealth. It's actually a path to a very specific kind of poverty. Imagine a person who has millions in the bank but is chronically ill from stress and overwork. Are they wealthy? Imagine someone with a vast investment portfolio who is estranged from their children and has no close friends. Are they wealthy? The answer, if we are honest with ourselves, is no. They have an abundance of money, but they are impoverished in the areas of life that truly matter. Real wealth is a holistic concept. It's a balanced portfolio of assets, and only one of those assets is financial. The other equally important assets are our health, our time, and our relationships. Let us redefine wealth by building it upon 4 essential pillars. When these 4 pillars are strong and balanced, they support a life of genuine abundance and fulfillment. The first, and the one we are most familiar with, is money. We cannot ignore it. Money provides for our basic needs: food, shelter, and safety. It is a tool that can reduce stress, create opportunities, and allow us to be generous with others. Financial health is important. It means being free from the crushing weight of debt and having a buffer for unexpected emergencies. The goal is not to have endless riches, but to have enough to live with a sense of security and ease. The second pillar is health. This is our physical and mental well-being, the energy source that powers our entire existence. Without good health, all the money in the world is honestly meaningless. This pillar is built through nourishing food, regular movement, adequate sleep, and practices that manage stress. It is about treating our bodies not as machines to be pushed to their limits, but as precious vessels that carry us through life. Investing in our health is one of the highest return investments we can ever make, paying dividends for decades to come. The third pillar is time. Time is our most finite and democratic resource. We all get 24 hours in a day, regardless of our financial status. How we choose to use those hours defines the quality of our lives. A rich life is one where we have sovereignty over our time. It means having the freedom to spend our hours on activities that align with our values, whether that is building a business, raising a family, creating art, or simply resting. The final and perhaps most crucial pillar is relationships. Humans are social creatures, wired for connection. Our relationships with family, friends, and community are the primary source of our happiness and resilience. If you feel trapped on the treadmill, running harder but getting nowhere, the good news is that you can get off. You can start making conscious choices to buy back your time, your most precious asset. It begins with learning the power of a single 2-letter word: no. We are often conditioned to say yes to every opportunity, every request, every extra shift. We fear missing out or disappointing others. But every yes to something non-essential is a no to something that truly matters, like dinner with your family or an hour of rest. Learning to say a polite but firm no to extra work that compromises your well-being is the first step toward reclaiming your life. The next step is to embrace automation and batching in your daily life. Look for tasks that can be put on autopilot. Set up automatic bill payments to save mental energy and time each month. Apply the same logic to household chores. Instead of cooking every single night, try batch cooking on the weekend. Spend a few hours preparing meals for the week ahead, so that on a busy Tuesday night, you can simply reheat a healthy home-cooked meal in minutes instead of starting from scratch. This gives you back precious evening hours to connect with your family. You must also become ruthless about what truly matters. Sit down and identify your top priorities. Is it being present for your children's bedtime? Is it having a weekly date night with your partner? Is it getting enough sleep? Once you know what is most important, schedule those things first. Put them on your calendar as non-negotiable appointments. Family dinner at 6 p.m. is as important as a board meeting. Reading to your kids at 8 p.m. is a critical task. Finally, redefine what enough means to you. The constant pursuit of more is a game with no finish line. Take some time to calculate how much money you actually need to live a life that is comfortable, secure, and joyful. You might be surprised to find that the number is much lower than you think. We often try to compensate for our absence with presents. We feel guilty for missing the soccer game, so we buy the newest, most expensive video game console. We are sorry we had to work through the weekend, so we surprise them with a fancy toy or a new gadget. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding of what children truly crave. Children spell love T-I-M-E. Your presence is the greatest present you can ever give them. They will not remember the specific toy you bought them for their 8th birthday, but they will remember the afternoon you spent in the backyard, throwing a ball back and forth for no reason at all. They will forget the designer clothes you bought them, but they will never forget the feeling of you sitting on their bed, listening intently as they told you about their day. We live with a profound illusion. We believe that we can somehow make up for lost time. We tell ourselves that we will work hard now and reconnect with our families later, once we are more financially secure. We operate as if time is a renewable resource, something we can earn back or create more of in the future. You can always find a way to earn more money. If you lose your job, you can find another one. If you have a bad investment, you can work to recover your losses. Money, for all its power, is ultimately a renewable and replaceable resource. But the same cannot be said for time. Once a moment is gone, it is gone forever. You cannot get back your child's first steps. You cannot relive their 5th birthday party. You cannot go back and attend the school play you missed because of a deadline. This is the ultimate truth that should guide our choices. Every day we are faced with decisions about how to spend our life energy. Will we spend it chasing a number in a bank account? Or will we invest it in the people who give our lives meaning? The choice is ours. Remember that your children will grow up faster than you can imagine. The window of opportunity to be a central part of their daily lives is shockingly brief. Do not wake up one day to find that you have built a financial empire but have lost your family in the process. You can always try to earn more money, but you can never, ever get back lost time.